Hello and welcome back to another episode of Adorabuild. My name is Ruth and my little dog is called Pucky. I'm really happy that you're joining me today and I hope that you really enjoy this video. If you do, it would be fantastic if you could give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate all the support. Yeah, so it's just really exciting that you guys have been showing me that you've been enjoying my channel. So today I'm going to show you a modification that I have made to one of the friend sets, and I've actually made that modification in order to make it modular. So the set that we will be checking out today is the Pop Star House. Now this set was released in 2015 and the set number is 41135. And as you can see here, the house does have a really nice design. I was very much inspired by the graphics in the background of this set and did actually really draw inspiration of thinking about having this particular house on top of a hill looking out over the city. And you can see here in this image that this particular set is actually left all open at the back. And often the friend sets are left open at the back for playability. So let's check out my build now. So as you can see here, I have made this entire build modular, so it is closed in the back, and we will be checking out the back a little bit later on in this video. I have kept the pool area on the same side, again with the steps leading up to the top. I have retained the balcony and I have also retained a lot of the look with the clear trans pieces and also the trans blue pieces as well. I also included a balcony along the front of the house, and I actually made that balcony look the same as the balcony on the first floor. Now the reason why I wanted to include a much more sturdy balcony along the front is because it is likely that when this gets placed into my city that there will be rock work all underneath here, which is why I also included the two different levels to this build as well. I did actually reverse the side of the balcony on the first floor. So in the original build, that balcony actually looked out over the swimming pool. However, once again, I really wanted to make the most of thinking about how this house is going to fit into my city and taking advantage of the fact that this will be placed on a hill. So this is actually the back corner of the build, and you can see here that I have still tried to retain some interesting features, primarily in using the two different types of coloured windows. So along the bottom floor is that the Pop Star House does have the clear windows with the pink feature on top, and on the upstairs room we have the blue windows with the trans brick on top as well. So we now come to this side of the build, and I do actually intend to have a driveway running along this side of the building. And you can also see here the front door. You can see the black decking in more detail, as well as these steps leading up to the first floor as well. So you can see here that I have tried to maintain a consistent look throughout the garden area, so that all the plants that are featured in the pots are the same type of plant. They're just placed in different areas. The garden bed along here matches the shorter garden bed here. Again, with the same consistent flowers, so with the bright green pieces as well as the magenta and the pale lavender colour as well. The swimming pool has remained the same. And I think that that was one of the best parts of this build, was the fantastic swimming pool area. You can also see here the consistent stone paths used on both sides, as well as the black 2x2 round pieces that were used along the front edge here of the balcony. So now that we've had a look at the exterior of the building, let's check out the roof. So you can see here that the roof actually does cover the entire build. This was just the original section that this build came with, was the front facade of the roof. So as with all modular builds, is that the roof does just lift off like so, and the roof actually does feature trans pieces on top. You can see here the close-up detail of the design that I have used and the pattern that I have featured. This part of the build was also the first time that I have used the sideways building technique, and it did take me a little while to actually figure out the best way to put this build together to make sure that it actually fit into the modular area. And you can see from this angle the studs along here holding the trans pieces in place. So much like the original build, I did want to make sure that I retained all the same features on the first floor. So I have included the bedroom, the dressing area, the bathroom, and of course the balcony. So let's just lift this out of place and then we can take a closer look at it. So now we're going to check out the first floor, and you can see that this is the main entrance into the first floor, and we come straight into the dressing area. You can also see here that once you come through the main entrance is that the dressing table is featured here as well. So here is the bedroom area with the fantastic funky bedspread. I also really liked the idea of her being able to look out her beautiful big glass windows when she is lying in bed. So if she doesn't want to look up at the stars, then she can look out at that marvellous view. If we move a little bit further around, you will see that the TV screen has been retained here from the original build. And we also have a little area here, which then leads out onto the balcony. So there were some similarities that I tried to retain in the bathroom area. However, I also tiled this area slightly different from the tiling downstairs, since this features the gold, the magenta and the lavender as well. And as we saw on the exterior of the design, we also have the trans blue glass featured around the bathroom area too. You can also see from this angle that the balcony area was also tiled. And we finally come to the ground floor, and we have already discussed the garden area. So of course the interior features the lounge area and the kitchen, as well as access in and out of the building. So let's have a look at that interior in more detail now too. So we start off here at the front door. So I did make sure that the tile pattern was consistent, and I have used the magenta, the bright yellow, as well as the gold tiles in order to create that pattern. You'll also notice that this house comes fully equipped with a beautiful dalmation. Of course, we need to name our dalmation, so let's call him Hector. Welcome to my city, Hector. If we have a look at the kitchen from a different angle, you will see some of the kitchen bench over here with the magenta studs on top. Here is another angle of the kitchen so that you can see the other cabinets, as well as the trans pink bricks running across the top of the window. Of course, everyone knows that I do love my own little dog, Pucky, but I also wanted to make sure that Hector was comfortable in this room as well. So Hector does get his little dog bed down here. And of course, we have to make sure that our dogs are cozy. So Hector has got his bed right next to the fireplace. So I have very much made the most of the original sofa design. So you can see here there is the L-shaped sofa, but I also included an armchair over this side as well for extra seating. You'll also notice that I have retained the same lamp that was featured in the Pop Star House, and I thought that that was an absolutely beautiful design for lighting in a modern home environment. And then of course the last little area is just having the entry and exit area out onto the balcony. Thank you so much for checking out my Pop Star modular modification build of this fantastic Friends set. If you do have any questions about the build, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'm really happy to get back to people and talk in more detail about my passion for Lego. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be really fantastic if you could give it a like, and also it would be absolutely amazing if you could subscribe as well. I've really appreciated the support that I've been receiving so far. Thank you so much for watching and checking out my videos, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye bye!